So I wanted to show you how I use a fiberglass brush. You can buy fiberglass brushes individually from Ampersand or a local art store. This is a brand new one. This is the bigger size fiberglass brush that I would use, and then that's as long as the rod of fibers. So this is a rod of multiple fibers. I use this to smooth out some of my scratches, and then I also use it to achieve some of my tones when I'm doing real smooth faces and that type of thing. That's the bigger size. There's a place on the internet called micromark.com, micromark.com, and if you just type in search for fiberglass brush, this is what you'll come up with. These are the refill packet. I think you can maybe get 10 within the packet. Again, just a rod. This is a lot smaller than the one I just showed. You can purchase the clutch pin. It says Eurotool Germany. Now, I have 2 or 3 of these, so I'll start with this one. I just put this rod into a regular mechanical clutch pin that I had. And you can achieve sharpness or roundness by sanding them. If you have a piece of 200, 300 grit sandpaper, this is just an old piece of paper that I had. Then I will extend the fiberglass brush out. I just took a hammer to my finger the other day, so that's why it's all messed up. Get a little bit of length on it. And then I twist it as I go against the paper. I'm turning it. Maybe I get a little bit smaller. And so then it makes it round. It's got a round tip to it. The other way of doing it is you can take a stone, if you haven't, this is my granddaddy's stone. It's got a smooth side and a rough side to it. And I will take the rough side and just go back and forth. Now I've got a chiseled point. I don't know if you can see that or not. And I can go and do really, let me get this a little bit smaller. I can do corners, get in really tight. Now I'm just barely doing this. I can get gradations. As I'm doing this, it's breaking off the fibers. I use a fiberglass brush when I use one of these when I do my portraits, faces. Normally when you're doing like a pencil drawing or you're erase something, you have a tendency to brush it with your hand. You don't want to do this when you use a fiberglass brush because all the fibers will get into your hand and it will hurt. I've done it many times because I forget. Some people wear gloves, but you basically want to take a cloth and brush it off into the trash can. And so there you can see how I've got some gradation going on. I can add tone back to it by adding ink or color to it. I'll do that. I'm just going to take some water and basically use the ink that is on the board itself. So I'm dulling back that white. I'm making it a little bit gray. And then I'll let that dry. So I use fiberglass brush. This is a rounded point that I've just did. Let me put this over here so I can see it. So like on this particular face here that I'm going to draw, I go in the direction of the lines on the face. I don't go up and down. I go in the direction because this actually leaves a mark on the face when it's all said and done. So this is the hairline. This is the bill of the cap. A lot of times I'll just take it down to the white surface, but I am going really soft against this hairline here. Let me wipe that off. So within this particular face, I've got some lines going on. I've got some dents in the skin. And so more than likely, I'll just leave all of this dark area here. Sometimes I might take a brush with water and create tone. And so all these little marks that I have in scrapes, sometimes I even have these little circles that come from the manufacturer that even will enhance my face features. So I'll just let that dry, and then I can come back in with a small fiberglass brush and create tone with that. Here's another area over here. Let's see, let me get one of these. This is the sharp one that I did. So again, I'm going to go in the direction of the skin, the way the skin goes.